Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James and this is AstroMotivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and this and that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And it is with that language that we were able to look down at our birth charts and see exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're going to get into Mercury in the 7th house. Now, Mercury in the 7th house is going to give me the energy of a person who is always focusing on their business contracts and their friendships and just relationships in general. Their mind is always wrapped up in that. And so, but before we go ahead and really dive deep into that very relational and very intellectual aspect or placement, let's go ahead and really separate the aspects. That way we are better able to understand the aspects individually. And when we see these things play out in the world, like when we see Mercury play out in the world, we can go, okay, Jupiter James told me Mercury does this. And then when we see the 7th house come up in different places or different relations in the world, we can go, okay, that's 7th house energy. And in that way, when we see these things come up in different areas of life and in different birth charts and in different combinations, we can put the aspects together as they may and come up with our own interpretation and our own intuitive knowledge of what we may feel these things mean. And then that is how you learn the language of the stars, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. So with Mercury, for me as an astrologer, Mercury is always going to show me for a person what this person is always thinking about. What is this soul always mentally processing? Where does this person communicate and articulate the themes of the house that Mercury is in the best? You know, I would make the wager that the theme that Mercury is in inside of the birth chart will show me where this person can talk about that subject the most. You know, this person can, this is their favorite topic. This is something they can talk circles around anybody else because they are going to be focused on this theme in their life, and they're also going to be trying, a lot of their mental focus is going to be in that area of their lives, okay? So Mercury is the planet of communication, information, and articulation. You know, it's your communication faculties, all right? Now, and Mercury sometimes, depending on the sign that it's in, will have sociability qualities to it, okay? Yeah, now, so the 7th house is all about relationships. It is ruled by Libra and Venus, all right? Venus is going to take on the flavor of sociability, contracts, okay, in this theme or in this house, all right? So Libra rules this house. No matter what your sign may be on your respective 7th house, know that the default out of the packaging birth chart, the default settings, like I like to say, the out of the packaging birth chart is always going to be ruled by Libra and Venus, all right? Now, that's all about marriage. They say that your 7th house can give you the themes of your marriage partners and also the contracts that you involve yourself with as far as your job. If you take note, if you really notice that your job, the flavor of your job will be the same flavor as your marriage partner. You know, you may find that if you have, just for an example, you may have Scorpio on your 7th house, and you will find that not only do you find yourself aligning yourself with powerful businesses and powerful business contracts, but you also find that you attract the same type of lover that is also equally as powerful and equally as deep and equally all-consuming. So the 7th house, right off the bat, is just all about your relationships, your business contracts, okay? Now, what happens when we throw Mercury and we throw it into the 7th house? Mercury in the 7th house is going to give me someone who is very, very social, okay? This person is going to have a very busy social life. This person is going to, can be seen as a socialite, you know, out in the world. I assume that this person will probably take on qualities of sociability within their career. You know, this is the type of person that in their career they are going to have to speak, they're going to have to be social, they're going to have to orate, they're going to have to narrate, you know, they're going to have to use their words and their sociability qualities within their career when you have Mercury in the 7th house. This is also someone whose mind is always on partnerships. They're always on, did that person like me? Okay, I met that person. I hope that I made a good impression on that person. Okay, tomorrow I gotta meet such and such. I gotta talk to this one. I gotta talk to that one. It's gonna give for a person who's always thinking about the other, always thinking about the people they've met and the impression or the information or the relation that they want to have with another person, okay, whether it be business or romantic or even friends. This person is just always thinking about relationships and how they show up in relationships. And I would assume, regardless of the sign, that this person is going to want to relate. This person is going to want to talk and relay information back and forth to whomever, okay? Like, this is the type of people that are really good speakers when they go out. When they go to a random club or a bar, they could be by themselves, but they will come out with friends, because they are going to be people who talk and communicate and want to relate, because that's where their mind is focused on. Their mind is focused on relating. I want a partner. I want a business contract. I want to relate. I want to talk as well. I want to tell you the information I would know, and I want you to tell me the information you know. So look out for that. Does this resonate with you so far? Does this resonate? I want to know if this resonates for you, okay? Write down in my comments if this sounds like you. Are you someone that you are always thinking about relationships? Your job also requires you to talk to people and be someone that is relaying information in some shape or form. Is this you? Do you always find that within your careers or within your job fields, you're the one that's always talking or having to give a speech or having to, show up in the world as someone who's giving the information or talking? Does this sound like you? And while you're at it, let me know the sign that your 7th house is in, and that will better help me to write back to you what you could be experiencing with your specific Mercury in the 7th house, okay? But this is a very good placement for anyone who wants to be social, anyone who is social, anyone who always finds themselves out on the town or out at a networking event, out just being out, okay? You are the networker of all networks, okay? You are probably the plug, okay? People probably come to you to get to so-and-so, okay? Like, people say, oh, this person knows the bouncer at the club so we can get in. This person knows this person so that I can get the job. Like, you could be the plug because you know so many people. You probably have a very large network of people that you can just call up and get things done for you, or in one shape or another. But this placement is very good. Also, with your romantic life, I would say that you probably also have a very busy romantic life as well. You probably have a lot of changeover as far as the partners that you have, and if you do get with a person and they settle down, they're going to have to stimulate you mind-wise. They are going to be talkers. They are going to be, you'll find that the people that you really, really like and that you really want to settle down with, you're going to be, they are going to be very intellectual, very communicative, just like you are. They're going to let you know how they feel, what they didn't like. It's not going to be any of these coy games or oh, I'm going to give them the silent treatment. No, the people that you like communicate. They let you know how, they over communicate. You would rather your partners or the romantic people that you are with over communicate with you than to not communicate at all. And I would also make the wager that you are also someone that as a love language, you love words of affirmation. You hang on people's words as their bond. Word is bond for you, all right? But yeah, that is Mercury in the 7th house. I really do hope that you gain some clarity or some inspiration from this placement. The only thing that I would advise with this placement is that if you are holding yourself back, if you are trying not to talk, know that you're going to have to in order to be successful within your relationships as a whole, whether it is business or romantic, okay? For you, you are going to have to say what needs to be said. You are going to constantly be put in situations where your voice, your words, what you say makes the contract happen. It fulfills it completes the contract. It gets things done and it builds partnerships, okay? So if you are ever sitting on this video wondering, oh my God, when is my partner gonna come? Oh my God, I'm thinking about relationships, but you're sitting on your butt and you're not getting on the phone, or you're not going out and actually talking and saying what's what, or being social it's not going to happen, because it requires you. The minute you use your voice, that's when partnerships are created for you, okay? Use your voice, use your words, use your articulate speech to fulfill these contracts and to partner with whatever you want to partner with, okay? Well, that was the video. I really do hope that you gained some clarity from this placement, and I will see y'all in the next video, all right? Y'all have a great day. Bye.